in my chat. I'm going live right now.
Alright.
Hello, this is On the Mainline, featuring Brightline fan and our host, Agent Spock. In other words, David Mitchell. How you guys are doing?
Ooh, crazy, bud, and it's crazy. But now
Well,
let's talk about the Brightline stuff because, oh boy, that's juicy, you know?
speaking of that, guess what do... Okay, guess me what Okay, I have something in store for you.
Oh no, is it on Discord or on Messenger?
It's on Messenger. It's on Messenger.
Oh no. It probably all for all the karma or like all the curse memes. Well, I forgot to make one this week, you know? I had an ideal for one, but I forgot to make it.
Alright. Bring on your seatbelts, because this one's going to be cursed.
Oh no.
Have you seen it on Messenger yet? Hold on.
What the world? Oh, that Brightline.
NBC News projects that Brightline Trains LLC will become the 47th president of the United States.
That be not a curse, but that is pretty damn funny, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude. Let me be honest, that is pretty damn funny when you did think about it.
I got inspired by that Jeb Bush meme from all those years back.
But let me be honest about it, and the crazy thing is that I've been thinking about this, and with Brightline now having to try to fight the airline and car companies again, because you remember when I told Dimitri about that, you remember?
Yeah, I do remember.
Like, we literally might have to fight them again, you know?
Yeah.
And that I really don't want to happen to go through again because that was a lot of time right there.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
We're up to it because, you know, there are more people now on the internet who are transit activists than there was then, you know?
I know.
So, we're probably getting some out there, but it's going to be hard. That's an uphill battle, but it need to be done, you know?
Yeah, it has to be done. It has to be done. So anyways, Brightline just ordered new train sets. Now, I just said that in a video that I actually recently uploaded, Brightline is actually ordering more Siemens chargers to their roster. That was a Facebook post.
I probably know the reason why of that because of all the accidents because of, you know, stupid Florida drivers.
Also, if you're watching this live stream, please, you gotta, please, if you haven't watched the Brightline update, the recent Brightline update, just click on check the top of your screen. That should have been. I will be adding that later. So.
DNF since passed.
Oh, that's interesting.
But here, Dane, like about 13 days ago, actually, me and Dimitri and you were talking about how they're trying to get, crutch not Amtrak, but Brightline, like, trying to crutch them. Like, you remember that?
I absolutely remember that.
We know they're playing dirty trying to stop us. That for sure, but they're not going to.
Yeah, I absolutely know that.
Oh, by the way, Brightline, look what I just sent you. Read it.
Alright, let me check. I'm just sharing my live stream. Okay. That's funny. Okay, turn it over. You just took orders from a rock. Are you stoned? Oh, that's a good joke.
And I did trick you into a curse meme.
That's a good. That was a funny meme. It's not cursed. I'm not gonna lie. That is not cursed. You just. Are you stoned? Oh gosh, that. Bravo, David. Bravo.
Heck, I found it on Instagram of all places, you know?
Yeah.
I found it on a YouTube channel, or not a YouTube channel, but an Instagram chain. Alright, Brightline, I want to ask you, what do you get when you send a freaking switcher like an MP15 to the United Kingdom? What do you get?
I don't know. What do you get?
A smash cab.
Oh.
You'll see.
Alright.
You'll see.
Okay, okay, Siemens,
Look.
okay, now, Brightline West will be, Siemens is gonna build another train called the Siemens Velaro for Brightline West, actually. I actually checked the model of the train.
But look what I just sent you.
Okay. More memes?
It's actually something I'm probably going to turn into a meme, just to let you know.
Jeez, talk about getting off the rails.
It's actually what happened when you send a American switcher, the MP15, to the United Kingdom.
Alright, let's save the memes for later. That's
good point.
Yeah, that's great. Alright, so, basically, I remember that... Okay. Okay, I remember that, Brightline was, receiving the Siemens Velaro, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was...
Well, I'm glad that Brightline is going with them instead of Ultron, you know?
Yeah. It's actually called the American Pioneer, which is actually the American version of the Velaro.
I know, and it sounds so appropriate for it, you know?
Yeah. I would call it the Siemens Velaro Freedom. Or Siemens Freedom doesn't sound PR friendly, but you get the idea.
I think the Pioneer sound better, you know?
Yeah. The Siemens,
like they hit it on stop with that for sure.
Yeah. I think the Siemens American Freedom would actually be pretty nice, but hey. Pioneer has a nice ring to it.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, like Brightline get the project in California and Nevada done, then it'll be one of them stepping stones. Because look, we're starting to see a trickle effect from the project in Florida, even though they're now trying to watch it. You remember?
Yeah. Okay, I'm sharing this. Okay, I'm sharing yeah, I remember that. I'm sharing a screen about the Electoral College map. Guess who won on this map?
Brightline.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that a game right there, I can tell.
Yeah. It's actually a USA 2024 presidential electoral map. So basically, I was actually creating bright. I was trying to make Brightline win the election.
And how did he do that?
Well, I actually added. Well, I was making sure that Brightline would get 270 votes or above.
Hmm.
So I actually had the Democratic Party having 126 electoral votes and the Republican Party 140 electoral votes. Meanwhile, Brightline received 272 electoral votes.
That's crazy. But I'm not gonna lie, what I'll be honest about is that there's some crazy stuff. And that for sure.
Yeah, that is crazy.
But I will be honest, and this is what I'll be honest about, and I will say it again, is that Brightline, it's something I'm going to say, but if we get someone who is transit oriented and not car eccentric in the country, that'll be the day that America will be rebirthed. You know?
Yeah. Basically,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I think we need to restore rail.
Agree. Speaking of that, Haiti is on the full blown up collapse. Can you believe that?
What?
Your neighbor.
Oh, Haiti. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And now your country is talking about building a border to keep that out. Am I right?
Where did I hear that before? Oh, yes, of course.
Heck, it's it crazy how on that island there are two different countries, you know?
Yeah. And two different
But
cultures.
but they're two different cultures, but they count them as two different countries. You know, I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but I did think it's kind of stupid. You know, am I right?
Yeah, you're
Like,
absolutely right.
because we're seeing problems. Heck, thing is that eventually the United States and the Dominican Republic are going to have an intervention. That for sure.
Yeah, that's true. But I hate. But I'm
And
not.
more,
I'm not interventionist. No, nor the DR is. Both of our countries are not interventionists. But if we had to do something, we might have to intervene.
yeah, and it's ain't it. If it get any worse and it start affecting your or the U.S., you know they might send troops. That for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of sucks. Speaking of sending troops, the United States. I mean, I think the DR should actually. I think the USA should actually take notes from DR. We're building a border wall. That if the DR could build a border wall, the USA must have to build a border wall as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and get what other country they're talking about building a border wall with
What?
the U.S. and now talking about building a border wall with Canada.
Actually, it doesn't make sense. Does not make sense.
Doesn't make sense, but there is an influx and a big ramp up of immigrants coming from Canada now.
Oh my gosh.
So now, because of how bad some beginning in Canada with the prices and all of that,
Mhm.
that people are moving from Canada, immigrating to the U.S. Heck, some of them are even trying to cross the border illegally.
Hmm.
Like, it's just crazy, you know?
I think the DR. I think definitely the USA should actually take notes from my country, the DR. While USA is plunging down to a third world country, we are trying. The DRA is trying to turn itself into a first world country. That's funny.
It is that for sure. It's crazy when you think about it.
By the way,
About
David.
it, but
Yeah, David. I may have to go back to the United States soon. I'm not sure when, but
hey, well, if you ever come back to the U.S., no, you're welcome here in South Carolina, where I am.
thanks, David. I appreciate it.
That for sure.
Yeah. So,
But
all right. Okay. So I think
it's
Brightline. So I think Brightline should actually fight with those NIMBYs. Speaking of Brightline, Stewart is. I think Stewart is actually. I've heard some talks that from Brightline that they're going to make a station to Cocoa. They already own a property there.
hmm that a good idea.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, you they're now talking about building a state in Cucamonga, right where the line split from from the 40 East Coast to an old line. They're talking about putting a station right there,
Oh,
on
you're.
the curve.
I see. I see. That's where their property is located, near that Walmart.
I know that. I'm not going to lie, but that's smart. That is a good area. I looked at it on Google Map, and that actually is a good area right there.
I know.
Like
That's interesting. Nearby that area, there's actually a Walmart there that you can go to.
heck, I work for Walmart, so I can literally hop on a train if I live in Miami and head down to the Walmart in Cocoa.
Listen, if I were to
You
go
get
back,
what I'm?
if I were to go back to the United States of America, I would definitely, ap, ap, I would definitely ride the Brightline train from Miami to Orlando. Well, not to Orlando, to Fort Lauderdale.
It's good. Now, I will be on it. They're going to have to fight to get that track from Orlando to Tampa built. They're going to have that's going to be a hard point, even though that is a lot shorter from Miami to Orlando. That is going to be harder to build because of all the NIMBYs and probably even the airlines.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, it is.
Oh, and speaking of that, Bloomberg is being paid by the airline to say that Brightline is not making a profit.
Bloomberg.
Like, this one thing I will never trust Bloomberg. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean the guy who made the article? I mean the company that makes articles?
Yeah, because they did made an article a couple days ago talking about Brightline. And it seems that Brightline is not making that much money. Which I know is a BS lie.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I know.
But
That is
they
such
can keep it up because Bloomberg is a dying giant.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that,
Like
there's a Ohio
they're
primary.
going out and they're. If you can say what you're going to say,
There's there is a Ohio Senate primary, a Republican primary, if you ask me. That's in Ohio.
all right,
Okay, now
all right,
you've heard of.
but you can speak.
Oh, sorry about that. My mom is not acting pretty well right now. She is. my grandfather died, it went all downhill from there.
Oh, I know that's up hit anybody hard.
Oh no, no, it's way worse. That's worse.
Oh, because that is her dad, so that right there pretty bad.
She's emotionally,
But
well,
what?
not emotionally unstable. She cannot sleep for 3 nights.
Mm,
Yeah, you know how bad it's
but
gotten.
oh yeah, I've been there myself, so I know how bad it is. But let me just say what I was talking about
Okay.
is that there are now journalists who are being paid by the airline to try to make Brightline look like it's not profit. Like literally, I'm not even kidding. Like there are like Bloomberg. I'm not surprised because most Bloomberg always promote airlines and saying how good they are, but when it comes to train travel, they always are dead against it. So Bloomberg, I will never believe in. Because of how biased they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Brightline.
You're right. I know what you're saying.
But it's
Oh,
just been
sorry
crazy.
about that. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
brother.
What did you What did he did, bud? I think Brightline had a little oopsie.
Gotcha.
But yeah, but we're going to have to deal with, fall media going against Brightline, that for sure. But also got some great news and involving Caltrans in California. Hey, bud, you still there? Oh, we're going to have to wait for a minute. I'll talk about it when we get back, but you're going to be excited when you hear us about this news. But we'll take that until we get back. But Bloomberg relying like I read the article and them not American Rails but Terminator broadcast from Adam Ellen on his YouTube channel. They're probably right now calling it out as it is because let's be honest, it's pretty dog shit when it comes to the full prep of the law. Because we know it was because let's be honest, our friend Demetrius used to work for Brightline. But he does study, so we know that one article saying talking about Brightline BS, bullshit lie. This one thing I'll say: if you're going to lie about a company that you don't know about just because you're being paid by the airline and you have a friend in the airline business, oh yeah, I'm still here.
Oh,
Here,
sorry about that. Sorry about the disruption. There was someone blowing the. There was someone with a leaf blower.
oh, all right, but I'll talk more about that. But Brightline, I got some very great news.
What?
You know, Caltrans in California.
Yeah, I know Caltrans in California. Yeah, Caltrans. What about them?
Well, later on this year, they'll be fully doing their full-on operation. They're actually testing the trains now with the full electrification, meaning it's about ready, meaning they're going to have trains fully up and running with electrification before this year over with.
Well, that's the only thing I'm looking forward about in California, because most of the stuff down
Me
there.
too. Oh, by the way, I sent you the article right here, you know?
I see.
Like, like, open it up. This is the article I was talking about, you know?
Florida high-speed rail cuts 2024 ridership forecast again. Uh-oh.
And get who did it from?
Bloomberg?
Yep. This was the article I was talking about right here.
So they're making Brightline unprofitable.
They're trying to lie about it, you know? Like, the article that did it on is a full-blown lie because, let's be honest, who would Bloomberg be in bed with in order to do an article like this? Who would they be in bed with?
I think the airlines.
Bingo! We are not fucking stupid.
I
That's for sure.
I bet my butt they are actually supporters of Boeing.
Probably are. They're probably not even trying to, quote anything about the assassination. That for sure, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, speaking of that
Like,
assassination, that's not a conspiracy theory. If there's some people who are dismissing that as a conspiracy theory, they still believe.
and here,
Yeah, I mean, so, I get you this. Some people believe he caused self-harm.
thing is, I knew the guy. He was not suicidal. Like, that guy had too much to live for to do that.
No, in order to be suicidal, you have to be depressed. That guy is far from it. That guy's far from being suicidal.
And here at Kicker, when they found him dead, he had 2 gunshot wounds to the head. 2.
How can you actually? Here's the question: How can you shoot yourself 2 times after you committed suicide? That's the question.
I know. So dead giveaway that it was assassination and a cover-up, you know?
Yeah.
Because thing is, he only died when he came back to Charleston. Like, he moved out of Charleston about 2 years ago. So, the thing is that the only reason he was back in Charleston was because he was going to talk about and be a whistleblower against Bowen. And Bowen did not like that. So they killed him. You know?
Yeah, here's the thing about DEI officials in Boeing. DEI hirings. They're doing nothing. Absolutely nothing to these companies. All they do is talk about racism, diversity, inclusion, and possibly...
I know.
We need inclusion, but not like this. Heck, I bet your ass that we don't need the diversity, inclusion, equity, and inclusion office to begin with.
You're right. Heck, I'm autistic. We're both autistic. Heck, even Bell autistic, and we know it is. Heck, have you been hearing what be going on in the gaming community with that big thing that's been happening right now with that that consulting company called Sweet Baby Inc.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Jesus Christ! You know their founder have admitted to on video that if company go against her, she will blackmail them and threaten them on video.
It seems that they're hiring criminals, or let's just face it, unqualified people into positions that they shouldn't supposed to be in.
Heck, and here Dane, one of her employees admitted that she transitioned into a guy that admitted that they would kill Jews They like the dismemberment of white people. They hate white males, which I don't know how you don't count that as racist when that is racist. Am I right?
I think here's the thing. There's a new type of racism in this country that is destroying America. That's my opinion. That's number one. Number two, this new supremacist movement has got to stop. First, it was white supremacy. Now, it's this new black supremacy.
You're right about that, and you're mixed. Am I right, Brightline?
I'm mixed. I had to say it.
And y'all folks are hearing it now from Brightline. There is a such thing as black supremacy, and it makes and he bringing it up. And here, thinking black people, oh, there is a lot of black people right now thinking because they're black they cannot be racist. Bull crap! Y'all are just as racist on white supremacists. Y'all are just that bad. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. This ideology, the woke ideology, is bringing America to hell. I'm saying this. You hear this first. Like I remember Donald Trump commenting about this. Everything woke goes to shit.
That's true. Heck, we're seeing it with Rocksteady. You know the new game, Suicide Squad's Kill to Justice League.
Yeah.
That game, everybody saying that game might have just killed Rocksteady, and it destroyed the Arkanverse, and people are pissed about it. With rightfully so. Like I would be angry,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Guess who was the narrators who helped worked on that game? Guess who?
Who?
Sweet Baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Like literally. And I would not be surprised if they tried to attack me, but the real reality, even though I look like a white straight guy, I'm really not, you know?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Because you even know about them. I'm bisexual. I'm multi-ethnic. So, moment that they try going after me, I can say, going after a Sweet Baby Inc. going after a bisexual mixed guy with multi-ethnic.
Yeah.
That would not be good for them, you know.
Yeah, that would not be good for them.
Heck, be honest, a lot woke people are pretty racist themselves, you know.
They're a big narcissist. They're narcissists.
That's true. Like, and I dealt with narcissists. In my thing, and I'm gonna say that I am going to say that it's narcissism. You can't cover it up. You can't cover it up. It's narcissism. Am I right?
It's like every time they point out that something is racist, they think that when someone gets offended over a word that it's not offensive, believe me right. I kid you not. They always complain about it over nothing. Dude,
exactly.
Just
and then when they're racist when they play the victim, you know?
It makes me pissed. It makes me
heck, same with me, like literally Sweet Baby Inc. Some of their members are racist. Heck, when they went after that curator, you know what funny thing about the curator that they went after? He was a minority. He was from Brazil.
Jeez.
That right there is pretty racist. You know?
If I see one narcissistic person, I would actually stand up, get up in front of their face and yell at them. Jeez.
You would yell the word narcissist.
Yeah, I would yell the heck out of. I would yell brain fart. brain rot here.
Well, one thing I learned, the only way to deal with a narcissist and make them wake up is to beat the living crap out of them. That's what everybody have always told me, that if you want a narcissist to wake up and stop their bad behavior, it's beat the living crap out of them.
Yeah, that's true. Heck, heck, heck. I hate
I
to
don't condone violence. I don't condone violence, so please don't take it like that.
You know what?
You know?
Yeah. You know what? I hate to say this, but we need to bring bullying back. I mean, I hate to say this, but we need.
Bullying have never left.
I mean, bullying had never left. I mean, these narcissists are so immature. Gosh.
Heck, there are a lot more of them now than there was back then, you know?
Jeez.
Oh yeah.
It sickens me to the stomach, man.
Like, and one thing I will say, Brightline, is that, and let me be honest about it, is that it's not safe being a white straight guy right now. If you're a white straight guy, you will be targeted by gangs, all of that. Also, you would have a harder time being able to find a job or go to a college, you know?
Well,
Oh yeah.
lucky for my cousin, he has his own business.
Mm-hmm. Thing is that I'm not straight. That well, from that because of me being bisexual and used to have a boyfriend. Read that for sure.
I know that.
Two, I'm multi-ethnic and also have Blackfoot and Cherokee Indian in me, if I can count that. And also, I'm a PWD. I'm autistic.
Society today actually based their oppression based on feelings and not on facts. It's so easy to be a victim these days. Victim of now the question is victim of what actually? They think
victim of stupidity.
That's true. Maybe victim of stupidity. Maybe that's a good one.
Ooh, that that word right there. You know.
You gotta roast the heck out of them.
Oh